Welcome back, folks. Cape Rugby TV. We, of course, carry on talking about what's happening in the world of club rugby. And as you know, 2021 has started with a bang. Lots of education at the moment. And, of course, if you think about the fact that there is a return to training protocols and the clubs are slowly getting their way back on the park, there's of course also quite a big focus on high performance. But anyway, a number of activities happening and a lot of building on from 2020. And to tell us more about that, Jerome Parvat joins me back on the line. Jerome, it is great to have you back on the line. How are you, Meneer?
JP, very good. Good to be back, and I must say it's actually good to be back and to see some action and to talk to club people. So yeah, it's a great start. So it's really good to be back.
Jerome, let's quickly look. 2020, of course. I mean, 2020 we know was an upside down year, not a normal year of high performance coaching.
Yeah, it wasn't good, JP, but we managed to survive. We got through a lot of coaching seminars and interact with coaches. So we managed to do stuff that we couldn't do, but it's just good to be back and just good to talk to coaches again.
And talking about talking to coaches, if we just look at some of the high performance activities that you've got on the cards. I mean, we're going to talk about this, what's coming up in a second. But explaining to coaches around things like COVID safety and health and protocols is obviously important.
Yes, JP. That is why we felt it's important from our side, from the under 21 management team, to share our knowledge of last year and how to start with training sessions. That was basically the meeting of Monday with all the club people. So that was basically what we try to share our knowledge, because that's a return to play protocol for coaches now.
So I understand that you had this was an online session all about COVID readiness and return to training. I understand you had more than 80 or close on 80 guests in your session.
Yeah, JP, I must say well done to Faisal, Felton and Denzel at the union organizing this session with all the people. And I must say we did it in a short space of time, and it's good to see the response of the club coaches and administrators all together and talking. So that was good, yeah.
And then Jerome, on Saturday, the 2 days before the Monday session, you also had a coaching workshop.
Yeah, we did a coaching workshop, level 1 for women coaches again. And that also went well. Saturday, we spent the whole afternoon at Newlands. And it's also good for this woman to be at Newlands because a lot of them hasn't been there. And also now because Newlands are coming to the end, so it was quite good. And the excitement on their side was quite good.
Just for the folks that are watching, just give us a rough idea, level 1. I know we've spoken to Nazim on a couple of occasions, and I know that you and Nazim work together on a lot when it comes to coaching and education, because there's clearly an overlap there in terms of coaching and high performance and education. But level 1 that's of course the entry level for people who just want to get started.
Yeah, it's the entry level, so it's pretty basic. It's how you basically start to preparing your team, but very, very, very low key, very basic. And I must say, JP, the ladies, there were one lady from Strandfontein, I think. She said she didn't know anything about rugby, but after that 6 hours, she understands totally. So she can talk with her sons now and her husband on rugby, and she can explain to them what went wrong in the game, she said.
Sounds like the kind of course that I need to be doing. But that is fantastic, Jerome. I mean, isn't that what we're looking for, these kind of entry-level courses? That's obviously where you're going to get your vast majority of uptake. It's the kind of course that is open for everybody. And when you go a little bit higher, of course, you have less people. But at a starting point, whether you're at a club level or a school level or a social level, that World Rugby Level 1 course is the one that you want to get started with.
Yeah, it's exactly, JP, and we don't mind. It's anyone who wants to come must just they must just register, and then we will help them.
Jerome, then of course now once one has gone through that process and have done the the courses at Western Province, or your first course, or maybe your second course, which is of course the level 2, for example, that of course creates the opportunity for the club coaches or school coaches to engage with you on more specific things, more high performance components.
Yeah, JP, that's exactly so. So the next step for coaches who did their level 1, we encourage them to do their level 2. And I must say, a lot of the people do their level 2 because if you want to coach, for example, we're going to get there at club level. If you want to coach at Super A, Super B, Super C, you must at least have a level 2. So we encourage all the coaches to do that. And then, as you were saying, once they do that, we go further. There's a course that we design. That's our own course from Western Province's side that we design, the level 2.5, and that's a step further.
Jerome, of course, once you have become a coach in Western Province Rugby, that gives them the opportunity to engage with you on high performance components. What would you describe, or what is that? How would you describe high performance? Because I think for most people, most of the public there, when we look at high performance, we think about athletes that are going to the Olympics or sprinting the 100 meters and going to the sports science and doing laboratory testing. But for rugby, in your space, what is high performance?
Yeah, JP, I would hope they can go to the Olympics when they're done with me with high performance, but no, only joking. My role is it's only it's specific on any aspect of rugby, which we're going to start in March. So, for example, we start the first one on lineouts, which we break the lineout up, and we have discussions, and we ask coaches their ideas. We share our ideas. And also we send them some stuff on lineouts, yeah. So it's more specific on rugby, any aspect of the game.
That's fantastic. So you're actually specializing in the actual activity of the game. In other words, those things like you say, scrumming or high lineouts and so on. Jerome, then just to go into something else that of course was big last year was the Western Province Rugby 2.5 course that you mentioned a few seconds ago. Is it your intention to do more of those this year? Of course, I know that at the moment there's a whole string of different coaching courses, the level 1s, the level 2s, the 7s courses. Is it your intention to later in the year do the 2.5 course again?
Yeah, JP, we actually fortunate that SA Rugby is starting with their level 3 or with their high performance coaches program also. So from the reason why we started this level 2 is to prepare coaches when they go to SA Rugby. So then they sort of have an idea of what the level 3 is or what SA Rugby want them to do there. So they've done a lot of homework on that.
Yeah.
So that's the idea. And then because of the rugby is going to start now, so hopefully after the season we're going to start again with the 2.5 because it's a 7-week program.
After a year of no activity, shall we say a year of no formal training, it must be very exciting now for the club players to have an opportunity to get back on the field and see their friends again.
Yeah, I would think it must be very exciting for them to go back to their field and go train and see their friends. I mean, after a long time of no rugby, it must be good for them and exciting to be on the park and just to train and to feel the rugby ball again.
And you think the coaches are probably, I mean, your coaches must be just as excited because they're seeing some of the, I mean, we've heard some funny stories already of coaches saying that they're worried about, have the guys been fit? Have they been training on their own? Did they maybe eat too much during the holidays?
Yeah, JP, I think what we said from a coaching side, they're also excited. So I just hope, because there's a lot of new ideas that they have to keep the players' interest in the training session. So I hope they're also well prepared, because that's one of the reasons why we had all these coaching sessions. But I'm sure they're quite happy to be on the park.
Do you think the coaches have been staying fit?
Last year when on the show we saw a couple of coaches running on treadmills and so I would think they would be.
Jerome, we leave it at that. It's great chatting with you again. I mean, the Geus is obviously, there's a buzz at the moment. There's like a breath of fresh air blowing at the moment. I mean, we know that it's happening under difficult circumstances still, and all the dynamics have changed. But I mean, the stuff that you guys are doing to help the clubs get back on the park is fantastic, and we're excited to keep watching.
Yeah, JP, and just from our side, just keep on looking what we are doing on your side, on Western Province's side, and just be interactive, because there's a lot of exciting stuff coming up in March.
Looking forward to it. There we go, folks. Jerome Parwater, of course, head of high performance at Western Province Rugby, and a lot of exciting stuff coming up. They've already started with all those courses, and a number of coaching courses still coming up. And we'll be speaking to Jerome on a regular basis to find out what's happening at Province, so that you as the clubs know where to get the ball rolling, so to speak. Folks, that is a wrap for us here then this evening. Remember, you can join us again next week, same time, same place. Have a fantastic rugby weekend. Bye-bye.